Very good morning to all, my dear students. In this lecture, we are going to study the topic of introduction to the term environment, then ecology and environmental science. These are some basic concepts of environmental science. In this lecture, we are going to discuss or study this concept in a very detailed way. So, firstly, we will see what is meant by environment. This term environment or the word environment is derived from a French word environ. So what does mean environ or what is meant by environ? Environ means encircle or surrounding, means anything or everything surround us or around us is itself known as an environment. So the surrounding or external conditions which are surround us influences the mainly growth, then development, and particularly the existence of living organism. So the living organism means our plants, then animals, and including human beings, means the growth of plants or animals and human beings and their development and their existence is also get influenced due to the external condition or surrounding conditions of the environment itself. So there are some definitions of the term environment. If you refer the books, the different books have their own wordings and definition of environment. But I would like to quote here some definitions which are widely accepted and widely we say that most of the peoples are referring these the definition. So what is meant by environment? The environment is the sum of, means the addition or the sum of the total of elements, different type of elements which are present in our earth crust, then factors, it may be the biotic and abiotic factors, and conditions in the surroundings which may have an impact on the development, then action or survival of an organism or a group of organisms such as we human beings. So this is the simple definition of environment. Then there is another definition. Environment can also be defined as the external surroundings and condition. External means outside. External surroundings and conditions which are directly or indirectly. It means in a direct way or in an indirect way affects the living organism. Living organism means again it may going to affect some plants, animals, or including human beings also. So this is the definition of the term or the concept of environment. So again, there are some components of environment. So which are these components? The environmental components are again broadly classified into two parts or subclass, that is biotic factors and abiotic factors. So what is meant by biotic factors? Biotic factors means living factors or living component, and abiotic factors are nothing but these are non-living factors or non-living components. And among the biotic factors, it includes all living organisms. So which are the living organisms? It includes our plants. Plants again includes your shrubs, herbs, some angiosperms, then gymnospermic plant means flowering and non-flowering plants are again categorized or included in a plant kingdom or planty kingdom, that is plants, simply called as plants. Then living organism having another component is our animals. So the animals again includes some we called as a reptiles, mammals, amphibians, crustaceans, mollusks. These are our animals or unicellular to the multicellular animals. These are belongs to the category animals. And the last one is microorganisms. Again, the microorganisms are broadly classified into five types, that is your algae, then your fungi, viruses, bacteria, and protozoans. These all are included in the category or the class microorganisms. Means those organisms are which are of very minute or tiny in size and which cannot be seen by our open or naked eyes. These are termed as a microorganisms. So these are all belongs to the biotic factors, and these biotic factors are one of the important component of our environment. Then there is another factor or component of our environment is abiotic factor. So the abiotic means non-living. It includes water. It may be the fresh water, it may be the we call as a marine or sea water. Then soil, different type of soil, it is included in abiotic factor. Then different type of minerals and gases, atmospheric gases are again which are included or belongs to these abiotic factors. Then abiotic factors also include some factors like our temperature, humidity, wind, precipitation. These are some basic abiotic factors. Then light, nutrients, different type of nutrients. Again it includes carbon, your oxygen, then phosphorus, nitrogen. These all factors or components are considered as a abiotic or non-living components of an environment. Again, environment can also be classified into various we called as a physical components also. For example, that is environment is classified into atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere, and biosphere. So, firstly, the atmosphere. Atmosphere is nothing but an gaseous envelope of an earth crust or of an earth surface is simply called as an atmosphere. And this atmosphere consists a different type of gases like your nitrogen, which is of 78%, oxygen, which is 21%, then a different type of another gases like your carbon dioxide is also there, argon, helium. These are some examples of atmospheric gases. Again, your atmosphere consists its different layer also. There is troposphere, stratosphere, thermosphere, or the exosphere. These layers are again belongs to your atmosphere, and this total concept of atmosphere, its classification, composition, we have already studied in our last year syllabus. Then the hydrosphere. The hydrosphere is one of the important, we call it as a component of an environment where we are going to study here the water or role of water, distribution of water, importance of water, that is to your hydrosphere. That is the study of water. Lithosphere. Here we are going to study a lithos. Lithos means again here we are going to study a different type of rock structures, their examples, their types, then soil, or we call it as a pedology, that is belongs to your lithosphere. And the last one is the biosphere, where all living organisms starts from your microorganisms or from unicellular to the multicellular organism, plants, animals, microorganisms, human beings are again become or belongs to this biosphere part. So this is we called as a important components of an our environment. So after studying the term or the concept of environment, there is another we called as a concept which is having a weightage of a question for short note in our syllabus. It is an ecology, whereas this concept of ecology or the topic of ecology itself become one of the we called as a separate discipline, or we called as a separate topic for the study. But due to the time allotted for us to study this particular concept is, or the weightage for this point is in our syllabus is for short notes. So here we are going to highlight only this ecology. So what is meant by ecology? Ecology, the term or word, it derived from a Greek word, means it come from a Greek language, that is word ecos, oikos, ecos, and ecology is nothing but ecos and logos. There is a combination of word ecos and logos. So what is meant by ecos? The word or the meaning of ecos is nothing but habitat or living place or dwelling place. Habitat or living place or dwelling place of an individual or organism, that is known as ecos. And the study of their living place or dwelling place is simply known as ecology. The term ecology is nothing but a study of its habitat or living place. In a very simple way, we can understand the term ecology. Whereas, if you see the definition of ecology, ecology is a study of an organism organism means again your living organism, with respect to their dwelling place. Means suppose you take an example of plants and their dwelling place is a forest, then there are some wild animals, their dwelling place is again, these animals or wild animals are staying or living in a particular forest that becomes its dwelling or living place. So this study of this dwelling place or living place combinedly, that is known as ecology. Whereas there is a scientific definition of the ecology is that it is the scientific study of interactions between organisms, means living organism, and their environment. Their environment means again some biotic factors and abiotic factors, means it is the interaction between the living organism and with their environment having some, we call as a abiotic factors, means the interaction of any plant with their abiotic factors like your water, light, temperature, then precipitation, humidity, that interaction is also belongs to your ecology. Then interaction of any organism, it may be the mammals, the we call as the reptiles or amphibians, and interaction of that animal particularly to their environment means abiotic factors, or including human beings also having its own interaction with their environment, that belongs to the topic of the term ecology. Again, this term ecology was firstly coined by the German zoologist Ernst Haeckel in 1866. First time in 1866, this Ernst Haeckel coined the term ecology, that is the study of interaction of living organism with their environment. That term was introduced by this Ernst Haeckel in 1866, and to describe the economies of living form. He was introduced these terms to describe the economies of a living form. It again, the term ecology or the topic ecology, it consists the population, then another stage is your community, then ecosystem, the different type of ecosystem, it may be the terrestrial, it may be the aquatic ecosystem, then again in terrestrial there may be forest ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, desert ecosystem. These are again become an example or the classification of ecosystem. And lastly the bio. So this is the we call as a one type of the classification or nomenclature belongs to the term ecology. Then there is some branches, or we call it as a subdivision of ecology, and ecology is mainly divided into two parts, that is earth ecology and scene ecology. Whereas earth ecology means it is the study of individual organism. Individual means only one organism or single organism, or individual species. Means suppose if you would like to study, or if you are going to study an individual species of any plant or animal, that study is known as earth ecology. Means we are taking an example of one plant as a Mangifera indica, and that becomes the living organism, and its relation to their environment or that plant. For example, the Mangifera indica plant having the we called as interaction with its environment, means with its uh, component like water, Then there is a moisture or the soil moisture interaction with the again with the soil, or particularly to the temperature, that belongs to your earth ecology. It is also known as, means your earth ecology is also known as population ecology. It is also known as population ecology. Whereas the second subdivision, that is scene ecology. And scene ecology is nothing but it is the study of group of and organisms of different species, whereas in earth ecology we are we will study only individual organism and individual species, whereas in case of scene ecology we are going to study the group of organisms of a different species which are associated together as a one unit, means which are living together as a unit in the form of community. So that's why it is also called as a community ecology. So this is we called as, on the broader sense, there is a two main subdivisions of ecology, that is earth ecology and scene ecology. Whereas as far as the branches of ecology is concerned, there are we called as a different branches of ecology. For example, microbial ecology, agricultural ecology, then paleoecology. These are again, or aquatic ecology, terrestrial ecology. These are some branches of ecology also. Then after studying the term environment and ecology, there is another concept or the term environmental science. Actually, again, this environmental science is one of the we called as a discipline of an education system where we are going to study an a topic or a concept or the different issues of the environmental science, that is the environmental science discipline. And particularly this environmental science and the issues which are studied are become a complex and interdisciplinary in a nature. So interdisciplinary in nature, it means while we are studying the environmental science, we are not only focused with one particular discipline or a subject, whereas we are going to study that particular issue in through across the different disciplines. For example, this environmental science be having the concern with the your ecology, then forestry, then geology, engineering aspects are again also included in this environmental science, chemistry, when we going to study some properties of any we called as a substance or properties of particularly the water or particularly the soil, then we come across the chemistry. Then physics, we are going to some study some physical properties of water or physical properties of soil. Then we are again here going to study a topic regarding the physics, particularly in the ecology during the energy flow or in a different aspect of particularly energy or the energy resources. We are going to study or came across the discipline or the subject physics. Then mathematics, we are again going to study some mathematical models in our environmental science. Then we are again having a concern or study with the religion also, because the concept of environmental conservation is again attached or linked to the religious aspects also. Our different festivals, our different traditions are again linked to this religion only. So that's why we are going to study the religion also. We are going to study the culture. The, as India is having a heterogeneous group of population, or having peoples residing of various religion, various caste, we called as a country with a very diverse nature of population. So we have to study the culture of the population, in particularly the environmental science also. Then political science also. When we going to study some policies, particularly to the environmental conservation and the protection, we have to focus or to study the discipline or the subject political science. Then sociology, as human being or man is a social animal, we are again came across through the branch of sociology also. So it means that again technology is another or integral part of environmental science, as there are n number of environmental degradation issues are we called as emerged out with the progress of civilization, urbanization, or industrial development. Again, these issues are mitigated, or we called as a combated with the help of some technological developments, particularly in the sector of energy, in the sector of water treatment, or air pollution control technologies. We have to take an help of the technology branch or the engineering branch. It means that during the study of environmental science, we are not restricted ourselves with any or particular branch or any particular subject, whereas we are came across to the different disciplines, different subjects, and their basic concepts also we have to study. It means that this environmental science is having we called as an integrated approach or interdisciplinary in nature to understand the we call as an interrelationship of different issues or aspects which are involved in our environmental science. It includes concepts and ideas from multiple fields means a fields or areas of a different disciplines. So this is we called as a environmental science. We broadly say that the environmental science is a very wide scope, or we say that the environmental science is to be studied thoroughly instead of having a very we called as a limited approach. We have to study this particular subject in a integrated or in a holistic manner. So in this lecture we have studied the concept of environment, start from its origin, the term of environment, then components of environment. We have studied in a very detailed way the abiotic and biotic components. Again, we have studied the term ecology. We have just highlighted the term ecology, its definition, its subdivision and branches. And, and in the last, we have also studied the concept, or we call as a uh, term environmental science, and it's we called as an integrated or holistic approach of this subject, or particularly the discipline of environmental science. Thank you.